All right, family. Where my water at? I can't operate without my water. Did I get up and take my water off? That's all right. Black Power, family, is the truth hour with General Sabra Sunseti. Kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. That's right, family. This Sunday, let me get it up here. This Sunday, March the 12th is going down. That's right. Let me get it in there. That's right. Did ancient African scientists graft the other races? Very serious question that need to be asked. It's a very serious question that needs to be asked. It was the story, or is the story of Yakub true? That's right. Is it true? Are you a grafted Negro? But and that's a serious question too, and we'll deal with that. You understand? We'll deal with that. But it's this March. The links is right there in the chat room. Is in the video description. Click that link. Begin to think. This Sunday, March the 12th, starting at 2 p.m. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Official General Sarah Sunseti DVD lectures, t-shirts, and hoodies. African and Kemetic jewelry, fly for the family out there. We got what you need. We got all types of Kemetic medallions. We got West Africa. We got sets for the queens. We got African king cuffs, for the king. So check me out. 20% off at this time. 20% off at this time. We also got holistic herbal tonics and remedies. We got home decor for the family, accessories for every room in the house. Again, 20% off at this time. KingSeti.com. Pull the fire alarm. Pull it. GeneralSeti.com, SETI University. Over 900 video presentations and lectures I just dropped a boatload on there today. You understand? Just dropped a boatload on there today. We got dealing with all types of subjects, African spirituality, history, heritage, Black power politics, of course. The Black woman is God, the making of the Caucasian, video library catalog, the Olmec voyages of the Nile, the Aboriginal Black Indian myth catalog. You understand? I got catalogs on these subjects. I don't want you to think you're going to go over there. You understand what I'm saying? When Kemet ruled the earth, you just cannot lose. There's so much over there, you just cannot lose. Check me out. You see what I'm saying? And so that's generalseti.com. I just dropped the link in there for you. Also, just got off of Patreon. Said he keep it popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never come. Exclusive live streams. Too hot to handle on YouTube. Just did Hitler and Yakub. I'm just letting you know. You understand the grafting program of the SS. See, a lot of y'all get caught up in the mythological character without looking at the truth of the science that's behind it. You see, the science is still being used right now today. It's called eugenics. You see, and so it's being used throughout history to grab things out of a people. You understand, or grab things into a people. You see, it depends on what your what's the ambitions is. You see, depending on what your ambitions is. And so you feel me? So just drop that tonight. Thank you, family. Look at family. Thank you, brother. You are always appreciated. Believe that. You always appreciated. Winsome Uroy. I hope I pronounced that right. You see, and so make sure you get on over there to my Patreon and give me, give me some shine over there, family, because I got some hard work sitting there waiting on you. You feel me? And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, Sarah Susan Seti, General Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. share it with your family and friends, and comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. You will be banned, nigga. Now, let's deal with energy vortexes and ley lines of ancient Egypt. The land is alive. See, we got to deal with that now. The land is alive. So what is this? You see, what is this when we start talking about energy vortexes? Now, energy vortex, as they, and I don't, we don't have to explain it exactly how other people explain it, but it's a particular place on the planet, you see, where when you go to this, it's just an immense energy, you see, that is streaming from this area, you see, and you can feel it. You see, it's so powerful that it changes the frequency of any and everyone who comes in that area. You see, for some it might be too powerful. You'll see some people some people goddamn collapse. You see, and so understanding that the planet is powerful in my understanding, and I'm gonna work with you so you can understand where I'm coming from, you see, and not other people's, because they're gonna tell you based on what they believe. Now, when you go to the Nile Valley, or you go to Africa, just like they found this, a type of a rock in the Congo, and it's so electric. You see that when you put two of them together, right? It sparks. You see, it's so electric. You see, and so when you think about so many precious stones and minerals in Africa, you see, that emanate certain frequencies. You see, that emanate certain frequencies, whether it be crystal, whether it be emerald, you see, whatever it is, sapphires, diamonds, you see, all of these different types of stones, even carbon, you see, and cobalt, you see, and all of these precious minerals and stones that are so rich in the African soil, that, you know, it's so rich with energy that in certain areas of Africa it's almost like because my wife is doing research on the different stones and planets and how they react, relate with one another, the plants, and you see what I'm saying. And so understanding that how powerful the whole of the planet is, you understand, and how they are connected, you see. And so I can imagine that in certain areas of Africa where it's rich with minerals, that is the energy is off the chain, because if they taking it out the ground and using it in electrical components, and imagine what it's doing in the ground, you feel me, in mass quantities. You see what I'm saying? So when we look at Africa, and let me get this up here. When we look at Egypt, and we look at the temples in the Nile Valley, you see, understanding that our ancestors knew where these minerals and these stones were in large quantities, and they knew that these energy vortexes, or these energy centers, you see, were all up and down the Nile River, all the way to the south, all the way in from South Africa to North Africa, from East Africa to West Africa. You see, and where they found, energy centers is where they place our temples and our pyramids. You see, this is where they, you know what I'm saying? And in essence, these temples actually became not just, for spirit, but for healing. You see, for healing. Because you could imagine, as we studying, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, my wife is deeper than me in this area. You know what I'm saying? These planets. I'm trying to make my connection. You know what I'm saying? As far as the temples. You see what I'm saying? That, understanding the planets and whatnot and what they are made of. You see, and understanding that, in Africa being a reservoir of all types of minerals and so on and so forth, that these temples also became chambers of healing or bringing a certain energy from a certain planet. You see what I'm saying? Because you understand, and just like magnets, you see attracts. You see it attracts, and so if you got an area that's full of carbon or full of certain type, that it'll attract the energy from certain planets that are also, in that frequency. You see, in that frequency. And so when you go to Dendera and you see, the certain constellations, or they had studied that. You see, in a holistic understanding. You see, when you see the mummification, they have studied that, how to, what would, embalm the body to where even to today, where you go down in the ground, and you find that the mummy is still almost intact, look better 5,000 years ago than somebody that got just put down the other day. You see what I'm saying? The mother go down there in about 50 days, motherfucking worm eating your ass out. You see what I'm saying? But here we have studied, and the various medallions, and just like they found that quartz, I believe, was it quartz? That was on the medallion. You see, King Tut. I believe it was quartz. That's why, and so in essence, what am I saying? That's why when you go to Egypt and you come back, you know what I'm saying? You so spiritually inclined. You know what I'm saying? Most people come back from Egypt. You know what I'm saying? When they come back, they so charged up. That's when they at the height. You know what I'm saying? They want to do something. It don't make no difference what it is. They want to do something positive. You know what I'm saying? For the culture, you see, teaching, most people. They gonna show their slides to everybody that they can. You know what I'm saying? They want to start doing a lecture too, and you know what I'm saying? Because this is the energy. Now you can go some places and you not gonna have that. You see, you're not gonna have that. It ain't gonna have you ready to, you know what I'm saying? But when you come back from the motherland, you come into them temples. You see what I'm saying? And they didn't build them temples in specific areas. Don't think our people that silly. I want you to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Everything is done, you understand, with a blueprint. You see? That's why when you come into the temples, they have some temples that are aligned with the constellations. You see, and they can, and at certain times, if whether it's in the Holy of Holies, like on the solstices. You see, the sun will come. I know for sure Karnak. I know for sure Abu Simbel. You see what I'm saying? That sun will come right on in there and shine directly into the Holy of Holies. You see what I'm saying? And so not only with the sun, but with the moon and constellations too. So you're talking about architectural engineering. You see what I'm saying? Where that the architecture is not just, a blueprint where, just for the physical earth, but these are also temples that are being aligned to certain constellations in the heavens. And so this is, so as they say, as above, so below. You see what I'm saying? As above, so below. You see? And so when we speak of below, a lot of people don't understand that in some traditions that Amenta, which is the heaven, is beneath the earth. Okay? Is also beneath the earth. That's why a lot of the, many of the kings and queens, they were buried deep down in the earth, whether it was the pyramid, whether it was in the valley of the king, they were buried deep down in the earth. You understand what I'm saying? Because for many, that was where Amenta was. And maybe this is where you get some stories of the Agatha, you see, or this, that, and the third, or, but this is afterlife. This is an afterlife. I don't believe nobody living in no goddamn earth. You see what I'm saying? And so let me come here. Okay. Let me come bring this up. Let me bring that up, son. And so you see here, you in Luxor, you in you in the holy, in all of Africa is holy. You see, all of Africa is holy, and and our people, they knew, even with the stones that they used to construct the temple, they didn't construct them with any type of stone. A lot of those stones are highly electrical. You understand? Have electrical current, and you can put a damn a compass on them, and they, goddamn it, you know what I'm saying? You could see that it is. You will see that our people had designed many of the areas in the temple, the holy of holies, in certain areas, to be, due south. You know what I'm saying? Because of our people coming from the south. And so they aligned certain areas directly with, particular constellations that were sacred unto them. Whether it was the Milky Way, which they already knew was the center of the universe. Our ancestors knew that. They didn't second guess that. It took the European with the damn telescope, just recently to come up with that understanding. So our ancestors seen the Milky Way as, you see, new, and it showed, new, showing Ra coming, being born from the goddess Nu every day. You see, so that resurrection took place every day. You see what I'm saying? And so they understood that, certain stones and, what I'm saying, gave off certain frequency and attracted certain frequencies. You see what I'm saying? So, even as we understand, certain organs are, are attributed to, certain stones, and that it heals that area or affects that area. You see what I'm saying? So if you come to a temple that is, up under, what I'm saying, large quantities of, say, for instance, lapis lazuli is you see for the liver. You see, for showing, we don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs of that, but I do understand that those that understand that science, understand that certain stones are attributed to certain areas of the body. So if this area over here is highly compact with lapis lazuli, you understand, then this temple becomes a healing center for those, areas. You see, so when you go all over the Nile Valley, you understand that these are healing centers, and that Africa having so many, various of these stones, it ain't just for them to be ornaments and and this, that, and the third, but also to be instruments of healing. You see, even how they take that copper and put that on your damn, and it you got any bones and shit that it aching and shit, that copper get on there, And for whatever reason, man, it takes the pain. I done it my damn self. You see, where it takes the pain out of your damn bones. And so, we have to understand that, let me get it here. Let me get back in here. You see where, where you even see the pyramid fields. You see? And and I studied it, and and the similarities is it is so it is real even when you get into them. Do some of them pyramids and man, the sound in it, you know what I'm saying? It's like the vibration, when you speak, you know what I'm saying? It's like on an acoustic, like a damn microphone. You see what I'm saying? It's the frequency and energy that vibrates, through these temples and through these pyramids. You see that they are healing centers, and not just the the type of stone that they use. And so we have to study this deeper. You see, because these people are trying to take our sciences, they're trying to take our holy land, because they know that the land is alive. You see what I'm saying? The land is alive, and that these pyramids and these temples are healing centers. But what you can do is understand and begin to study the geology of it, because it's not just spookology. You got to understand the geology of it. You see, in studying, you study these stones, you understand the frequencies of them. You see what I'm saying? Understanding the frequency of the stone. You see and understand, what type of healing these stones, bring to you and bring to the people. You see what I'm saying? And so in a smaller way, but it'll never replace being in the crib. And understand that even in the ancient world, it was taught that the ancient Egyptians had more physicians of every kind, all throughout whatever field. Even Herodotus said that. He said, God damn it, they got doctors of every field, of every body part. You see, about every disease the Egyptians had, you see a practitioner in that. But understand that they were doctors, but they were also because going through the Egyptian mystery system, you couldn't just be one thing. You had to be a master of 12 different arts and sciences. You see, over 12, and the world is dying. Yes, it's dying, but it ain't gonna. It'll revive. You see, it'll revive. The world been dying, and it's been reborn again and again and again. You see, it'll be reborn again and again, because all the elements that went into creating it is still plentiful in the universe. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like, it's a problem, but all you had to do is get these Cro-Magnums up off of this goddamn planet and let it heal itself. All the elements that went into creating this planet in the very beginning is still in the universe in unlimited amount. You see what I'm saying? We got to quit looking at this, yes, this is our home. Yes, it is. But you got to look and see that it's an infinite reality. You see what I'm saying? And again, as we talk about all this in a holistic, and what am I saying by this? It means that you must go home. You see, and understand that, we are of that ground. You see what I'm saying? And so if we move away from our homeland, if we move from our natural habitat, if we remove ourselves from our natural incubator, you see what I'm saying? Then we have disconnected from our mother. And in doing so we have put ourselves, from a health position and a mental health, physical health, mental health, spiritual health. We have disconnected in all the things that enrich us in our being. We have disconnected from that. You see what I'm saying? And we have to understand that a lot of people think, wherever you at, You understand? Rep, you know what I'm saying? But you cannot expect to be on the level of you understand, primal energy. You see what I'm saying? Your primal energy. You see what I'm saying? Your first energy where you would, you know what I'm saying? That's just like when babies come out doing, people don't understand. Their minds is like a sponge. They soaking it up. That's that primal energy. When you come out, and you in the womb and you got them stem cells. You see, them stem cells, it can become anything. You see what I'm saying? And so, and so they're molding into, the God and goddesses that, we intend to be. So you got to get in there early. You see, so when we start talking about that primal energy, it's talking about getting back, you understand, to our original place and to our, you know what I'm saying, to heal ourselves. And it's going to cause us to do some grafting. You understand what I'm saying? As I look at it, a lot of people, it's going to be hard on a lot of people. You see that, and I just went over that when I dealt with Hitler and his grafting program. You see, yeah, he did, but he still can't, Tesla, he understood some things. He did understand some things, but ultimately he still is lacking the complete mechanisms to actually bring, because what they see is the erraticness of it. You see, everything that they done is erratic. You see, and so when you look at it, yes, you know what I'm saying, but look at our people understood all this. They had access to all of this minerals and so on, but they didn't bring the erraticness. So when you look at, even the carbon and, we had all these great civilizations, but the air was still clean. And so when we look at how they manipulated, you see what I'm saying, and how our people didn't manipulate it that way because they knew that, that there's an erratic way to deal with, and then there's a natural, you know what I'm saying, a natural way in bringing the energy, you see, and retrieving the energy, you see. And so they didn't have to, so anything that microwaves and all these, and you think about all these frequencies that's in the air at one goddamn time, frying the mind and frying your body and frying your being. You can, if you could see all the fucking frequencies, negative frequencies that's in the air at one time, you would be shocked. And then they using harp and shit, and they shooting up into that outer layer of the atmosphere, frying that. You see what I'm saying? Because they understand, they trying to block some of that that energy, that solar energy from coming through the atmosphere. That's what they doing. Understand that. You see gas. You see it's burning, and you goddamn it, they had to come with all these gas emissions because in certain areas of the planet, the gas is so strong because they don't have all the mechanisms. You understand, to keep that goddamn emissions and shit from out of the air. And so some of them areas on the planet where they got them cheap cars and they on, man, that shit so strong it'll burn. And motherfucker had honestly, man, motherfucker had to wrap shit around their mouths and you understand what I'm saying? I don't even want to call out, because we was in the homeland. And man, it was certain areas over there that was so goddamn powerful with that gas and shit. Man, you couldn't, man, look, you couldn't, it fucked your eyes up, man. You couldn't even stand to be in it. You know what I'm saying? It was that fucking bad. You see what I'm saying? And so, it's an erratic, people look at that, but it's erratic. It's fucking the earth up. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, the earth, if it was naturally fucking the earth up, it wouldn't even be a part of the earth. You see, but it's what you do with it when you burn it, and you see what I'm saying? And it got to be a natural way, and our ancestors understood that. You see, they understood that these gems and these minerals is not just for you to rocking on no, you put it on a necklace and this, that, and the third, but it's also for healing. You see what I'm saying? They understood the healing process. So when you look at a lot of these areas in Africa, even Timbuktu, even Great Zimbabwe. You see, even Great Zimbabwe, where you see all these pyramids, they were placed in areas of the planet. You see, of the Nile Valley that was highly energized by, stock, stockpiles of certain types of minerals, which I'm gonna get to you. I got one. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't bring that particular map, but I am I'm gonna get it up on the next lecture. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it up on the next lecture so that y'all can see. What is that saying? Go home. You see, when most people go, they rejuvenate. Do you ever hear people say that? You know what I'm saying? You rejuvenate when you go back to the crib. You see, you rejuvenate. Why is that? Because, again, it's things about our own land that a lot of people just don't understand. That's blurry because that megapixel was so hard. You see? And so, in the certain types of stone, like the sandstone and the limestone, you see what I'm saying? And that Aswan, that red granite. You see what I'm saying? They give off certain frequencies and attract certain energies from out of the cosmos. And so people would come to these holy temples, and you will see people just out there as pilgrims. They would come to heal. You see what I'm saying? They would come to heal, and they would come to rejuvenate spiritually, mentally, and physically, just to come, you know what I'm saying, and make pilgrimages, to these sites, all in up and down the Nile. You see what I'm saying? And like I say, when you go to Kemet and see what I'm telling you, motherfucker, come back, man, nigga, you gonna thank you Dr. Ben Jr. You understand? You're gonna be invigorated to get out here and to teach and to to drop science. And so understand what it is. We are of our motherland. And so, those precious minerals and precious stones are in us into a certain percentile. So, when you get into these centers, you know what I'm saying? It pulls on those minerals that is in you. You see it, and it charges them also. You see, because these are like, just like power, you plug in. You see what I'm saying? So as you go up and down and now you revitalize your being. You see, by being in, and going to all the temples. You see what I'm saying? And we're gonna break it down so you understand. You see what I'm saying? You understand that, when you go to this temple, that is for this particular part of the body and mind. You see what I'm saying? And make sure you touch, and you touch them all. You see what I'm saying? You come back and you on fire. You see what I'm saying? And so you might have to touch down so often. And sometimes you just don't leave. Shit, you just as they say, repatriate. You see what I'm saying? Back to the Holy Land and go back. That's what we need. Those are our holy temple. Our ancestors, believe me, our ancestors did not build them temples that large for no reason. You see what I'm saying? Not to put no one man in there. You see, it was all a tomb, but it was also a symbol of spiritual regeneration. You see, spiritual empowerment, and this was the, understand when they was white. You see what I'm saying? And that's another layer of of charge, and they white, and that sun hidden, and that's what really just empower the pyramid when they got there, and in that sun hitting that limestone, and it empower that that pyramid. Then you understand what I'm talking about. You could imagine, and when people would see those pyramids, they like lighthouses in the sand. You see, you know what I'm saying? They like lighthouses in the sand. You could see them for hundreds of miles in the sand. You see what I'm saying? You can see the tips that were made in gold, and you know, and this is the science that we gonna go down this road, and we gonna do some real research. You see what I'm saying? And bring this science out. You know what I'm saying? And that's the alchemy, family. That's the ancient science that our people understood that is lost today. And so, family, I want to thank y'all for being here at this time. We'll be black. We got one last one. I want to deal with this young brother, you know what I'm saying, on this basketball court. You see what I'm saying? Then lost his mind, and we got to talk about it. You understand? We got to talk about it because the brother, even though he's you know, he's our brother. That's most definitely, but it just show you when you don't have a definitive black manhood, this is what you get today. You understand? And you have an opportunity to turn some things around for you, your people, and most people don't understand their place on this planet, and they lose an opportunity to do something great for their people. You see, they don't even see an opportunity. They see a time to be foolish. You understand what I'm saying? And that just, it goes down, when we look at the watch, we ask, what time is it? What time is it, family? It's nation time. I'll be right, black family, black power.